Tyson Fury has managed to become the kind of fighter that provides a natural center in the heavyweight division. He's the man almost every top division fighter orbits around. The man's called Gypsy King for a reason after all. With that said, it's been a drama-filled year in the division already. Stay tuned so we can tell you guys all about the roller coaster that boxing fans have been on as of late in trying to keep up. First things first, the moment where it all started. With 2 world title defenses, Joe Joyce's emergence as a legitimate title contender, and the comebacks of Andy Ruiz Jr. and Deontay Wilder, things have been a little wild to say the least. All of this is on top of a looming unification fight which would crown the division's first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis. But the wheels really began to turn, all of them in different directions, on April 23rd when Fury defeated Dillian Whyte and announced his retirement from the sport. There have been retirements, unretirements, big fights, big tweets, and so much more since then. Moving on, we're sure everyone remembers Fury announcing his retirement. Fury entered 2022 with his boxing career at an all-time high. His previous fight, a trilogy-ending knockout victory over Wilder in October 2021, put him atop the heavyweight division. Although Alexander Usyk had more belts, it was Fury who remained the division's ultimate trophy. Fury, it appears, was aware of it as well. In April, he faced Whyte in front of a sold-out Wembley Stadium, something of a homecoming for Fury, who had not fought in the UK since a pair of tune-up fights in 2018. At a pre-fight news conference, he wore a suit emblazoned with tiny crowns, sat on a throne during his ring entrance, and in the 4th round, he delivered an amazing right uppercut to claim a TKO victory. Whyte, who had worked hard to earn the right to compete for the world title, appeared to be a clear second best. Fury's most unexpected punch, however, came after the fight. He'd retired. It was difficult to believe. He hadn't said he would definitely retire, but he'd also stated that he had accomplished everything he needed to. But there was still unfinished business. The winner of a Usyk versus Joshua would be waiting for him in a fight to become the first undisputed heavyweight world champion since the 4-belt era began all the way back in 2004. That was always appealing to Fury, who still considers himself to be the best in the division, but his public stance remained unchanged. Fury brought UFC champion Francis Ngannou into the ring during the same post-fight interview and teased a fight between the two. Suddenly, fans began asking themselves the same question: had Fury had enough? Next up, Fury offered to fight Joshua for free. While retired, Fury sent a challenge to Joshua, saying he would fight him for free if that's what it would take. The 33-year-old said on his Instagram that if that's how the fight would have to happen, he'd sign the contract. He added that it would be free-to-air television and all tickets would also go for free. No money was to be made out of this historic fight if it happened, and Tyson wanted to be in the driving seat. Coming up on August 10th, Fury announced the Derek Chisora trilogy. Fury, perhaps more than any other fighter of his generation, understood his audience. He knew which buttons to press and how to get his message across. He became a regular caller on the British sports radio network TalkSport. One of his first phone calls came in April when he confirmed his decision to leave the sport, citing the fact that he had nothing left to accomplish. On August 10th, Tyson announced his return to boxing and plans to face Chisora, a 38-year-old veteran British fighter who Fury had previously defeated twice in 2011 and 2014. Next, on August 12th, Fury decided to head back into retirement. All of it was so short-lived. WBC president Mauricio Suleiman tweeted on August 12th that he had just spoken with Fury and confirmed his retirement, even planning a farewell event. He did not, however, give up the WBC title. He came the closest 2 days later when he vacated the Ring magazine belt, though he later told Seconds Out that he only did so to allow others to compete for it. What's more, on August 20th, Usyk called out Fury after winning his rematch over Joshua. Hearn said that if they won, they'd go fight Fury. He was, as it turned out, wrong. Well, kind of. Usyk not only outpointed Joshua in another impressive display of his ability, but he also called out Fury in the ring after the fight. Meanwhile, Fury kept his cool. The Gypsy King said he wasn't interested, but we all know how he can't ignore a good fight, especially once provoked. In June, he stated that he would only come out of retirement for a rematch with Usyk and that reports of a £200 million purse wouldn't lure him out. Speaking to TalkSport, though, Fury said it would take $500 million for him to take the fight. That's Gypsy King lingo for an astounding £500 million. It was ridiculous, but the message was pretty clear. He would be prepared to fight Usyk. Since then, his public stance slowly softened. Now, in the next month, on September 5th, Fury called out Joshua. Tyson sent everyone in the British boxing community into a frenzy when he publicly challenged Joshua on September 5th, saying he would like to give his compatriot the opportunity to fight him in December. It was a fight that had been talked about for a half-decade and was almost made last year before a court ruling forced Fury to fight Wilder for the 3rd time. The Brit said he'd give Joshua a few months' notice since he was coming off a 12-round fight and was ready. Joshua responded saying Fury was right and that he should contact his team to figure out a deal. Followed by, it didn't take long for Joshua to accept Fury's challenge. Joshua's management team announced on September 13th that they had accepted all terms for the fight, which included wanted a 60-40 revenue split in favor of Fury. There were still issues to work out, such as a difficult TV deal. Fury is with ESPN in the United States and BT Sport in the United Kingdom, while Joshua is with Tyson. In addition, Fury's deadline on his fight with Joshua passed uneventfully. Tyson spent September calling out Joshua to come to the table and reach an agreement. Joshua's camp insisted on accepting terms, but the fight was still a long way off. When September 26th, the deadline Fury had set, passed, he called it off. After that, he'd been urging Joshua to sign a contract, despite Matchroom boxing chief Eddie Hearn dismissing Fury's deadline as unrealistic. Hearn was less certain, saying that a deal could still happen. He told ESPN that there had been no talk of a deadline between the parties, but they were trying to conclude the deal. Fury said he would fight Manuel Char, a fringe German contender, if the Joshua fight did not happen, but then broke his word and continued to snipe at Joshua. Despite this, boxing insiders believed the fight was always doomed. There were just too many obstacles and not enough time. Moving on, from September 29th till October 8th, Fury was apparently too busy to fight. The clock was ticking as Tyson prepared for a fight in December. The boxer posted a photo of himself with his team with the caption, "Day 1 of camp," but who he was preparing to face remained unknown. Fury had been called out in the previous month by both Joyce, the Olympic silver medalist at Rio 2016, and former champion Ruiz, who claimed a unanimous decision victory over Luis Ortiz on September 4th. Both of those have been postponed until at least next year, with Ruiz aiming to become Fury's mandatory challenger by defeating Deontay Wilder in a potential WBC title eliminator. In the end, Tyson was left with much easier options. He didn't continue talks with Char, even though the German heavyweight grew angry at the sudden U-turn as he urged Fury to take his challenge. Fury's excuse was that he wasn't free for a fight till December. Next up, on October 11th, Tyson finalized a deal with Chisora. Fury first hinted at his hand in April, and despite his numerous distractions, he revealed it earlier this month. On October 11th, ESPN reported that Fury was finalizing a deal with Chisora to defend his WBC title again. Fury will face Chisora for the third time on December 3rd, and his promoter, Frank Warren, has stated that he plans to fight Usyk in February. The fight lacks the drama and intrigue of a fight between Fury and Joshua, which now appears to be a long way off. Finally, Fury confirmed the trilogy fight with Chisora. On December 3rd, Fury and Chisora will square off at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. The fight will be for the Brits WBC World title, and it will be broadcast live on ESPN Plus in the United States. Fury and Chisora first met in 2011, with the former winning by unanimous decision at Wembley Arena in London. Both fighters were undefeated at the time. They fought again in 2014, with Fury winning by 8th round TKO at the Excel Arena in London. That's a wrap for this video. What do you guys think of Tyson's recent musings? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.